Hey everyone, it's Justin. Thank you for watching and welcome to my house. In this video, I want to show you the new content operations dashboard that was released with the Xanadu release. You can see it behind me. I have the feature kind of highlighted in my database showing that ServiceNow introduced the new content operations dashboard to provide centralized oversight across the content lifecycle, highlighting requests and active content publishing. And this is part of Employee Center. So let me switch to my demo instance and show you in Employee Center, when we're talking about content, we're talking about things like these banners up at the top of the page. Here I've got a company travel policy and it's cycling through different ones. And so we're talking about publishing these banners. We may want to target specific audiences. We maybe want it to be during a certain date and time. Maybe it's a campaign around, you just saw a laptop refresh there or something else. If I scroll down, there's other places for content too, like news, company news, or just news in general, can't talk. And then let's see down here below, videos or something else. And then of course, all this can show up on mobile devices, which you'll see in the content operations dashboard. So I wanted to give some context to what this dashboard is helping you oversee, what kind of operations we're actually looking at. So let's take a look at this new dashboard that was introduced in Xanadu. So I'm logged in just as my admin user. I'm not any special persona, and I can see all of the content that is associated with me, the admin. Now there's a bunch of demo data in here, so that's why we see it. But we have on the left-hand side a title for the different content and then the class. So most of the stuff that's showing for my content is portal content and mobile content. I did one during a live session the other day. It should show up here eventually. But here in the middle, you can see the different content types. So again, thinking about Employee Center, you have links, rich text data that may show up on the portal, an event, URLs, again, links, mobile banners, Mobile banners is all I did in the live stream, but there's tons and tons of options, and I'll make a separate video on actually creating content. It has to be separate because there's just so much there. If I scroll down below, I have some good single score indicators, content library and campaign, so what content is due to be published, what content is expiring within 7 days, and then there's a whole concept of campaigns. Think of campaigns as I have multiple formats, multiple mediums of content that are all about this one topic. Maybe it's something like annual goals or paternity or maternity leave. So things like that might have several communications or events or links or knowledge articles or news articles that you may want to present to users as they move through that process. So those are contained in campaigns. Right now in my demo instance, the score is all 0 for these because I don't have any that meet the criteria. Down below that, we have the concept of requests. So maybe people want to request content to show up on that portal. So we can manage and have some governance around the content administration. So I have a KPI for a content request unassigned, content requests due within 7 days, content requests that are in progress, content requests that are in review, and lastly, behind my head there, content requests ready to publish. So that's the main page of this new content operations dashboard. The second page, which I'm not too happy with the demo data because there's just way too much to show on this. So I tried to find a view that was more easy to read. But let's go to month view, right? So this is the month view of the content publishing calendar. And each of these represents a piece of content that's out there. So you can see for like Thursday, there's 14 more things that show up. And on the right-hand side, it has a list of all of them. And there's another thing what I don't like is that the description is being trimmed or concatenated with this ... or this ellipsis you can see there on the left hand side. I'm sorry, I said left hand, I meant right hand side. So I can't really tell what it is, and then when I click on one of them, it opens in a new tab, which is not a great experience for me. So I'm back to the legacy UI, and I can see my content, but it just I like something a little bit better. So I was playing around with how can I make this look better. So I went to week, and that was like more awful. I went to work week, and it was like less awful. And then I went to day, and I was like, okay, I can manage this and show it in the video that I wanted to record and put on YouTube. There are some different views too. So if I wanted to switch to see all the content content requests. So lots of options around different types of views, and then of course what channel that content's being published on. This is a good reference too. You have community sites, mobile, news, notifications, portal, pulse surveys, and to-dos. You've probably seen those to-dos in Employee Center. The last tab to focus on this new content operations is ownership. Okay, what content do I own? What pages do I own? So that's the first two widgets there. If I scroll down, I've got two more for what topics. Remember, Employee Center is all about topics and taxonomy. So what topics do I own? And what audiences do I own? Think of audiences as like what groups of people are we going to target these communications towards? We define those in audiences, and as an admin, I don't have any audiences associated with me. But that's the new Xanadu feature that I wanted to show you around content publishing in ServiceNow, the new content operations dashboard. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like, please subscribe, or share it with somebody who you think might be interested in having a process and governance and a nice, helpful dashboard for content in their ServiceNow instance. And until next time, don't forget to always be learning.